Okay, ready for our next game? Game 4.
White plays e4.
We're still continuing with king pawn openings.
Black responds with e5. And this time white plays d4.
So we've seen 4 different second moves in this position. This is the Danish gambit or opening, depending how it proceeds.
And black plays e takes d4.
That's the most logical and common response.
White capture the pawn back with queen takes d4.
Well, remember I said don't bring your queen out early. And I guess that's the reason why this opening is not very popular among masters or grandmasters. On club level, it's being played here and there. It's not an opening where white is worse, but certainly gives out the advantage of the opening.
And now black plays queen to f6.
Well, black returns the favor. That move brings white back to the game. Black should continue with knight c6, which is the normal developing move, attacking the white queen. And that is the reason why I don't recommend to get the queen out early, because it will be attacked and then we'll need to waste time to move the queen again. So the correct move for black was knight to c6.
White play queen to e3.
White avoided the trade by moving the queen away. It's not a place where I particularly like the queen because it moved in front of the bishop.
And black plays knight to h6.
Well, that's another thing I don't recommend. Knights do not belong on the edge of the board.
White responds with knight to c3.
White continued developing.
Knight to g4.
Well, black is attacking prematurely.
And white responds with knight to d5.
And here came a pretty move, a so-called intermediate move. What we mean by intermediate move is that we don't react to the immediate attack, but make an in-between move, counter-attacking, and only later move away from the attack that we are under.
Black responds with queen to c6.
The queen moved away from the attack, also protecting the c7 pawn, that was, by the way, also under attack. However, let's see what would have happened if the black captures the queen. In that case, white also captures the queen. Very importantly, with a check, so black does not have the time to capture the pawn on c2, has to take the knight, and then white can take back with the bishop with a superior endgame because white has a better pawn structure. Black's pawns got ruined, they are doubled up in 3 islands, 1, 2, 3, while white has nice connected pawns in only 2 islands. That's why when black moved the queen, wanted to avoid that. However, things got even worse.
White plays queen to f4.
This is a very fine move, making a double attack on the knight and threatening also with knight takes pawn fork, just like we saw in one of our other games when black did it to white.
And black defended with d6.
Black thought he is very smart, blocked up the threat to the c7 pawn and opened up the diagonal of the bishop at the same time. However, forgot about something, and I would recommend you stop here for a moment and try to figure out the nice little combination white did to win the black queen.
And white now plays bishop to b5.
What a beautiful move. White pins the black queen, but hey, the bishop is hanging. Yes, it is. But if the queen captures the bishop, the game ends with knight takes pawn, again making a family fork, checking the king. When the king moves out, knight, of course, captures the stronger piece, the queen. And it's a decisive material advantage, of course, One could play it out all the way till checkmate, but this was the trap part of the opening. What did we learn from this game? Well, black got his queen out too early again. Another thing we learned, a new one. Not to put the knight on the edge of the board and move it again and again. Also another thing, watch out for little tricks. Like you saw the end combination of this game. White gave up the bishop, but won a queen. So watch out for these little tactics.